quaint and sleepy town of Withering Hollow nestled in a dense, fog-laden forest, the children knew better than to play at night. Every child had heard the whispered warnings of the Devil's Playground, a place where a nefarious force held sway over the darkest hours. The legend of the Devil's Playground had been passed down for generations, with each child adding their own terrifying embellishments. As the story went, the playground had once been a place of joy and laughter, a safe haven for children to frolic and play. But all that changed when a strange man, dressed in a black suit with a silver cane, appeared in the village one day. With a devilish grin and eyes that seemed to pierce into one's soul, the man wandered the town, sowing seeds of darkness and despair. A sense of foreboding enveloped Withering Hollow, and the once thriving village became a shadow of its former self. Not long after, the children began to whisper about odd happenings in the playground. The swing swayed with an eerie creaking sound, even when no one was near. The seesaw would balance perfectly in the middle, as if invisible specters were taking turns to play. And at night the children swore they could hear the sinister laughter of the mysterious man who had cursed their village. One moonless night, a group of curious teenagers, seeking to prove their bravery, ventured into the playground with nothing but flashlights and their youthful courage. They laughed nervously, daring each other to enter the shadows and confront the legends head-on. Little did they know that the Devil's Playground was all too real, and they were unwittingly entering the lair of a malevolent force. As they stepped into the playground, an unnatural chill gripped the air, and the fog seemed to thicken around them. The trees swayed menacingly, their branches casting sinister shadows on the ground. The teens' laughter turned to nervous whispers as they began to feel the crushing weight of the darkness pressing in. As they explored the playground, the teens discovered the abandoned carousel, its horses frozen in a perpetual gallop. The paint was chipped and faded, the once vibrant colors now a grotesque parody of joy. Despite the lack of wind, the carousel began to turn, horses' eyes seeming to follow the teens as they moved. Suddenly, a guttural growl echoed through the night, and the teens found themselves surrounded by a pack of snarling, black hounds with fiery red eyes. Terror-stricken, they huddled together, their flashlights flickering, as the growling intensified. The air grew colder still, and an unnatural darkness began to descend. From the shadows emerged the man in the black suit, a sinister smile stretching across his face. He raised his silver cane, and as he did, the hounds lunged forward, their jaws snapping inches from the teenagers' faces. The man's laughter rang out, a haunting melody that sent shivers down their spines. "Welcome to my playground," he whispered, his voice like 1,000 icy needles piercing their ears. "Here, the darkness reigns supreme, and no one escapes my grasp." As the teens stood frozen in terror, the Devil's Playground came to life around them. The swings creaked in a mournful dirge, and the seesaw began to tip, balancing precariously between darkness and despair. The carousel spun faster, its horses becoming a blur of malevolent energy. The man in the black suit held dominion over them, and the teens were helpless to resist. One by one, they were claimed by the darkness, their screams echoing through the playground as they vanished into the night.